All right, birthday Howard, birthday Hosai, birthday Howard, birthday Hosai, Kala, birthday Hosai, Fatih Al Kakadash, double honor to the elder, apostle, great milk, the woo will, and third citation, the oxen, I put to the truth, I call to forth on the earth, to the fear and power, how by sound shadows, the hope will let, and who the world inwardly called God, his name Howard, and who the world inwardly called Jesus Christ, his name Hosai. All right, Mahari called from the great milk, Los Angeles camp of the Inland Empire region. And it's an article on Press TV, and it has to do with the whole Nord Stream 1 and 2 eruption, all right? And it looked like it was sabotaged by the United States government, all right? Because what the President Biden had said previously, all right, about him shutting down the Nord Stream, and the reporter kept on asking him how you do it, all right, because you have no jurisdiction over that. All right, he said, I promise you'll see. All right, something to that effect. So now Germany, all right, because this is the pipeline that leads from Russia to Germany, all right, had suspected that it had to be one of their allies. All right, and this, they're going to call basically the trust of the ally that they have, all right, the breakdown of that relationship, all right, which is prophecy, according to Revelation 17, the beast shall hate the whore, all right. So this is PressTV.com. Germany and EU have, which is it's part of the beast, all right. The NATO and the EU is all part of the beast, okay. The 7 head and 10 horn, okay. And Germany is one of that. Germany and EU have been handed over a declaration of war. The sabotage of the Nord Stream and Nord Stream 2 pipeline in the Baltic Sea has ominously propelled disaster capitalism to a whole new toxic level. All right. So this episode of hybrid industrial commercial war in the form of a terror attack against energy infrastructure and international water signal the absolute collapse of international law, drowned by our way or the highway rule-based order. Right, because the United States didn't want the Nord Stream done in the first place. All right, and President Biden was saying if Russia crosses it into Ukraine, there will be no more Nord Streams. And they didn't want it built in the first place, okay? The attack on both pipelines consisted of multiple explosive charges detonated in separate branches close to the Danish island of Bornholm, but in international waters. That was a sophisticated operation carried out in stealth in the shallow depth of the Danish Strait that would, in principle, rule out submarine ships entering the Baltic are limited to a drop of 15 meters. All right, and look at the word drops. Yeah, this ain't got nothing. All right. Basically mean a plan. Oh, shallow. There it is, shallow. All right, a 15 meters. All right, a boat that they're propelling and stuff wouldn't fit. All right, in that region. As a prospectus invisible vessel, these could only load it around with permission from Copenhagen, as the water around Bornholm are crammed with sensors reflecting fear of incursion by Russian submarines. Swedish seismologists registered 2 underwater explosions on Monday, one of them estimated at 100 kg of TNT yet as much as 700 kg may have been used to blow up 3 separate pipeline nodes. Such amount could not have possibly been delivered in just one trip by underwater drones currently available in neighboring nations. All right, which are their allies. So now there no trust amongst the allies. Okay. Now you read on, you're gonna conclude that. Okay. There we go. The NATO, for its part, have been very active on the underwater drone department. The Americans have acted the long-distance Norwegian underwater drone, which can be modified with other design. Alternatively, professional Navy clearance divers could have been employed in the sabotage, even as tidal current around Bornholm are a serious matter. The big picture revealed the collective West in absolute panic, with Atlantic elite willing to resort to anything outrageous: lies, assassinations, terrorism, sabotage, all-out financial war, support to neo-Nazis to prevent their descent into a geopolitical and geoeconomic abyss. All right. So I remember the part that I read earlier. Here it is right here. That a crucial vector that we may be facing a case of a EU NATO member involved in an act of sabotage against the number one EU NATO economy. That's a casus belli. Outside of the appalling mediocrity and cowardice of the current administration in Berlin, it's clear that the BND's German intel, as well as the German Navy and informed industrialists, sooner or later will do the math. This was far from an isolated attack on 722. There was an attempt against the Turkish Stream by Kiev saboteur the day before. Naval drones with English language ID were found in Crimea, suspected of being part of the plot. Add to it, U.S. helicopter overflying the future sabotage node week ago, a UK research vessel loitering in Danish water since mid-September, and NATO tweeting about the testing of new unmanned systems at sea on the same day of the sabotage. See that? So this is gonna deteriorate the relationships amongst the NATO and the EU country. All right. Now, I just want to read the article, the rest of it, or entirely. I'll put the link in the description box. All right, but it's the scripture. It's Revelation 17, and yeah. All right. Where 12 and a 10 horn without thoughts or 10 king, which have received no kingdom as yet, but received power as king 1 hour with the beast. All right, and that's the NATO EU nation. Okay, now you do the look at that. Oh, there it is, breakdown. All right. So you have the Greek, Roman, Spain, French, German. No, that's the updated one right here. It's there Belgium, Netherlands, Germany, see, Denmark, Greek, Portugal, France, Italy, Luxembourg, Ireland, and Spain. All right. So those are the countries. All right. What's your the tin horn? All right. That gave the power with the beast for 1 hour. All right. And ahead of that, the one that controlled the beast is America. Okay. The whore that sitteth on the beast. Okay. If that these have one mind and shall give their power and strength unto the beast. All right. Let me jump down. Verse 15, and he said unto me, the water which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, or people, or multitude, and nation, and tongue, right? And that's the name of the EU that controls all these different nations and countries and people. All right, and that whore is America. Okay, and the tin horn which thou sawest upon the beast, these shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. See that? So all these nations, all right, they gotta start hating the whore, okay? They're gonna see other countries that gonna follow suit, okay? Because you already have France talking about, leaving or not being in agreement with America as well. Now you have Germany with the incident of their oil gas pipeline being destroyed, sabotage, all right? And now they're pointing a finger at America, all right? And that's what's going to make these nations, all right, start hating the whore, okay? Verse 10 again, and the tin horn which thou sawest upon the beast, they shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. We're going to do that, the ICBM missile. All right, well, they're gonna shoot their missile on their one ally. Now that could be enemy, and that's America. All right, for Yahweh have put in their heart with their mind to fulfill His will. And, right, because how about y'all try is one that ruleth in men. All right, let's get that good. Set it up. That's in Daniel. Yeah, Daniel 5. And no, that's not it. Yeah. Daniel 4 and 17. All right. It said, this matter is by the decree of the watcher, which is the order, decree is order, and the demand of the word of the Holy One, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High, which is Yahweh, ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and set it up over it the base of men. All right. So he controls who's going to be in power, who's not going to be in power. All right. And the base of the men, Esau, Edom. All right. Which is he here today. Okay. At the beast. All right. Let's get real quick in Revelation 13. Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the stand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. All right, and we already went over the nation of the 7 heads and the 10 horns. And upon his horn 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like to a leopard, which talk about Alexander the Great, represent the Greek, and his feet were as the feet of a bear from Russia, and in his mouth as the mouth of a lion. All right, the way he speaks. Okay, Great Britain, and the dragon gave him his power and his seat and great authority. All right, that power. Okay, and they formed into that fourth beast. Okay, and I saw one of his head and it were wounded to death. All right, and after the 7 good emperors, which were Jake, then carry on to the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages. Okay, Esau Edom went down. All right, and then he came back into power during the Renaissance time. Okay, and then they became the beast. All right, after the Treaty of Rome. All right, that formed the alliances. Okay, and then you had the European nations as well. The EET, or the EET, the European Economic Committee. All right, was also turned into the EU. All right, and that make up the beast, the NATO and the EU. All right, which is the beast coming back all over again. And I saw one of his head as were wounded to death, and his deadly wound was healed, and that's what we have today. All right, the beast back in power at the NATO and the EU, America controlling that, and all the world wonder after the beast. Okay. And then yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, back to Revelation. I don't know if I finished Revelation 17. All right, Revelation 17 again. For Yahweh have put in their heart with their minds to fulfill his will, and to agree and give their kingdom unto the beast, until the word of the house shall be fulfilled. Right, with the prophecy. And the woman without thought is that great city which reigned over the king of the earth, and that's talking about America. All right, that's that great city. That great city going to be destroyed. All right, in 1 hour, as we're talking about it in the next chapter in Revelation 18. Okay, but I just wanted to get get out there how this could deteriorate the relationship in the NATO and the EU, and how it's probably how they're gonna start hating the whore. And Germany is already part of the beast. It's one of the 7 head, 10 horn. All right, so this is prophecy. Okay, we'll see what happened when Germany finally said that it was America. So with that, I hope it was edifying to the family. How about y'all shy with that? I want to say, Tawada Yahweh Shai. Shalom.